Hey, what's going on, everybody? Marvel Ranger here with another comic book haul. So I have not shown y'all my recent comic book hauls from the last like 2, 3 weeks. So I'm going to show y'all what I picked up this past week. It does consist of about 15 books. One is actually one that I won at my local comic book store from a raffle, and then one I received from eBay, and it's definitely considered a grail. So stay tuned.
A little something, something, something like.
All right, first off, with the DC comic books, we have Dark Knight's Death Metal: The Secret Origin. I need to really catch up on this run. There's been so many one shots, and I love all the covers. I don't even know who this character is. I mean, his face and the crown looking thingamajig on his head kind of looks like could be another form of Batman Who Laughs. I'm probably wrong because I mean his body looks totally different. So. But yeah, pretty cool cover. Also have the Dark Knight's Death Metal: The Last 52 War of the Multiverses. This was $8.99, so it's got a good amount of pages. Got a really sweet cover. A lot of notable characters. Really digging this cover. I'm actually surprised it wasn't an incentive. But yeah, a lot of great characters here. And this motorcycle here, there's Todd McFarlane is going to release this vehicle in a toy form. So that's going to be pretty awesome to see. Definitely going to get that. It's going to look good with this Batman. All right, let's go ahead and get to the Marvel books. All right, first of the Marvel books that I picked up is the Immortal Hulk issue 41. This is written by Al Ewing, and the cover is drawn by the talented Alex Ross. As you can see, it's a beautiful looking cover, absolutely marvelous. We have the Thing, and we have the Immortal Hulk with a waitress in the middle, and it's really cool. It's got like very old vibe to it, like maybe a 50s, 1950s vibe, but very awesome looking cover. This was strictly a cover by. I really want to read the Immortal Hulk, but I wasn't collecting when the first issues popped up, so I believe those go for a pretty hefty price. So I'm gonna wait for a trade paperback, and I'm really looking forward to it because I know that particular villain, the leader, is a huge part of it. Seen him in many of these Immortal Hulk covers, so definitely looking forward to reading this. And then next we have the King in Black, and this is issue 2. This was a pretty okay issue. I really loved the first issue. The first issue had so much action to it. It had a lot of characters, a lot of things happening, left and right. The whole time it was just very fast paced, but in a very good, comfortable pace, where it, tells what exactly is happening with Noel coming to Earth, and basically he's trying to invade um, the whole planet. So in this issue, there was a couple hints on certain characters where they might play a big part in the future. So definitely looking forward to reading um, the other issues that's going to come up. All right, the last book that I picked up from Marvel is Maestro issue 5. I believe this is the final issue of this run. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I know there's another run coming in January with Maestro in it, so looking forward to that. This was definitely a fun read. It basically told the origin story of Maestro. If you don't know who Maestro is, basically a different version of Hulk that's set in the future in an alternate reality. But yeah, very fun read. Had characters like Hercules in it, and um, I've got to say, Maestro, he's just pretty much a savage. But yeah, looking forward to the next Maestro run. All right, let's get to the indie comics. All right, from Boom Studios, we have Something is Killing the Children, issue 13. I did get the most recent trade paperback like a couple weeks ago, so I'm caught up with all the issues. And this has just been a very fun read. I mean, it deals with monsters and monster killers. Um, It has a lot of unique characters. The main protagonist being Erica Slaughter, and she's actually part of this organization who basically tries to deal with these monsters. But she's basically being like a rebel, I guess you could say, and kind of going off alone. And the difference between her and the rest of the organization is that she tries to protect the people as well. But the organization, they actually, if normal people get introduced to these monsters and they know about them, then the organization actually tries to get rid of them. And in this particular issue, a lot of the members actually tries to do that. They even like turn off all the electricity in certain areas when they know like normal people has found out about monsters and whatnot. So very, very fun read so far. Highly recommend it. All right, up next we have Mars Attack, Red Sonja, issue 5. I've read the first 2 issues, so I need to catch up. But it's a very quirky and just very fun read. There's nothing too special about it. It does have they have a lot of really cool covers for these issues. But this is a really interesting one. Has a giant red Sonja with small little Martians on a highway. Very cool. It looks like this takes place in maybe Mars. Look at all these little Martians falling off this whatever type of vehicle it is. Very awesome. All right, from AWA Upshot, we have Grendel, Kentucky. It's the last issue of the 4-part miniseries. I read the first issue and it was all right. It was interesting, so I figured I might as well pick up the rest of the issue. So I need to catch up on that. And then we have Undiscovered Country, issue 11, and it's from Image Comics and it's written by the famous Scott Snyder, drawn by, I'm not sure his first name, but his last name is Soul from the looks of it. But if you don't know about this story, it basically takes place in the future, and basically America has walled themselves off from the rest of the world. So there's a group of people from the outside who is trying to get into America and try to find what's going on in America and also find a cure for a particular virus that's going around. So there's a lot of technological advances in certain places in America where they come across, and it's kind of out there. There's a lot of crazy things that goes on. In one setting, it kind of reminds me of like Mad Max. But yeah, pretty interesting read so far. There were talks that this could become a show, but I think the way it's becoming is just way too crazy, way too out there to become a movie or a show. But who knows? It could be. I could be wrong. But I really, really enjoyed like the first several issues, and now it's getting a bit way out there, but it's still a very fun read. And then we have Family Tree, issue 10. It's a very weird story, but I've been really enjoying it. Basically, everybody's turning into trees, and the main protagonist is basically surviving with his mother. And basically, in the beginning of the run, his younger sister turns into a tree, and that kind of escalates from them escaping certain people who are trying to kill her or whatnot. And yeah, I'm really hoping there's some more things that get revealed on why people are becoming trees or whatnot. So we'll see about that. And then we had the Scumbag, issue 3. I have not read this particular issue, but this has been a very fun one so far. Basically, as it says right here, the world's fate rests with the worst person on it. And so, yeah, this scumbag, he basically gains certain abilities after, I forget, taking some pills or getting a shot of something. I forget now, but now this particular organization has hired him because he has these abilities to help them basically save the world. So, pretty interesting read so far, I'd say. And then we have Ice Cream Man issue 22. Very cool cover. Love all these issues. This particular one was alright. It wasn't as good as the last one. And then we have the Department of Truth. I have not read this issue. This is issue 4. Also written by James Tynan, who also writes Something is Killing the Children. I know a lot of people pronounce it Tinian, but if you look at his Twitter account, he basically shows that it's pronounced Tynan. But yeah, it's about conspiracy theories, and I don't know. I didn't really enjoy the last issue, so hopefully this one's a bit better. But it looks like we got Bill Clinton in the cover there with his eyes blocked off. All right, let's get to the Grail comic book slab that I received from eBay, and also the comic book that I won from my local comic book shop. All right, so my local comic book shop actually had a raffle drive, and all the proceeds went to a local food bank, so it was for a good cause, and I'm really thankful that my LCS does something like that. So shout out to Rebel Base Comics. They have a great staff. The service is excellent, and they always just do a great job with providing awesome comic books. But anyways, so I made a small donation, and I was entered to the raffle, and I won this comic book here, Solid Blood issue 17. And there were like 13 other winners, so very cool that they did something like this. But this book is a very mysterious one right now. It's written by Robert Kirkman. If you don't know who he is, he's the writer of The Walking Dead. He also writes Firepower. But he announced on like a random YouTube video that he had a whole bunch of these in stock, and that it's gonna be provided by a whole bunch of LCSs. So um, it was a very strange video, and I heard that Robert Kirkman makes videos like these just sporadically. So um, there's only issue 17 from this run. So there is no issue 1, 2, or 3. Those don't even exist. So it's very odd, but I'm very happy to have this in my collection. A lot of people are speculating that this does have like some kind of relation with the comic book run called Crossover, which is written by Donny Cates. And after reading this, it does seem like it's going to somehow tie in with the comic book run Crossover. So who knows? Maybe most of us are wrong about that, but it does seem like it could be a tie-in. But we shall see. But very happy that I won this. There was like 13 other winners, so very cool. But anyways, let's get to the Grail. So I purchased this on eBay, and this is actually my first official graded comic book that I ever purchased. I know I showed 2 graded comic books like a couple comic hauls ago, and but those actually came in before this one, because this one was actually sent as media mail for some odd reason. But anyways, here it is. It is Ice Cream Man issue 1. So happy to have this. I freaking love this run. I didn't really like the last issue, but if you don't know this run here, Ice Cream Man, it's made up of different stories, and has a different story in every issue, and it has a lot of horror aspect to it. It is brilliantly written by Maxwell Prince, and the art is by Martin Morazzo, and he definitely has a unique style of drawing, like especially with the eyes. Some with the eyes and just the faces on these books, they just have a very unique look to them. But yeah, I've been eyeing this book for quite a while. It's definitely not a cheap book, and it just keeps on increasing in price. So it's funny, after I purchased this book, Comic Tom 101, who's a pretty popular YouTuber in the comic community, he posted a video where he shows books that are increasing in prices, and this actually showed up. And So yeah, I'm just really happy that I purchased it when I did because it has gone up uh, way too much, and I would definitely be kicking myself if I didn't buy it at the time. But yep, there it is, Ice Cream Man issue 1. And I'm really hoping it becomes a show one day in the future. That'd be pretty sweet. Of course, that would increase the price, but I'm never gonna sell this one. Just really happy to have it in my collection. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this comic book haul. Let me know what you've been reading. Let me know what you've been enjoying. If you have any recommendations, please comment down below. Hope you've all been doing great. Hope y'all had a Merry Christmas, and hopefully y'all have a Happy New Year. And yeah, of course, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. All right, Ranger out. Peace.